welcome back. Thanks so much for streaming with us. I'm Ariel Onstadt, and it is great to have you here on our Monday afternoon. If you're listening in on the radio 107.9 HD2 FM, it is great to have you as a listener. A local story we've been following involves our city council and whether or not two candidates for the District 11 seat are actually eligible. Our Aungelique Proctor has been following this. Aungelique, there was a hearing today. Give us the status.
Well, Ariel, we actually had the hearing last Wednesday. Today is supposed to be the final decision, and the Atlanta Municipal Clerk has said that decision will come by close of business. But as we have been telling you, two candidates have had their residency challenged for District 11. They are Sherry Williams as well as Keith Lewis, and both of them have told not only Fox 5 but the city during the hearing that they do in fact live in District 11. In fact, Ms. Williams says that she has been a long-time resident of District 11, that she has a lot of receipts of community activity that she's been engaged in throughout the years. She also presented a lease that showed that she has been renting a house on Campbellton Road since 2013. But this voter, Donna Cook, is challenging that residency and has an advocate who is speaking on her behalf. That advocate has said that he has focused on actually where Ms. Williams is registered to vote versus where she lives. Let's take a listen.
Residence is determined, your domicile is determined by your intention. And it's our position that her intentions was always on Fairburn Circle. And that's because for the last 13 years, that's where she has been registered to vote. That's where she's voted. She's voted there by her own admission as recently as 2025.
But Sherry Williams said during the hearing, and in fact she hired an attorney for this, she is fighting back against City Hall. She says that she has lived in the district and that she meets all of the requirements, specifically that she was registered to vote in the correct district at the time of qualifying. She also presented not one but 6 witnesses who said she lives in this house. They have either dropped her off there or picked her up, and that her residency is solid.
Domicile is where you lay your head at night. It's where you intend to be. She's got testimony from multiple witnesses. That's where she was dropped off after church. That's where people met her. That's where she had a lease. That's where she stayed. That's where she was. That's where she maintained. That's where everybody in this room. And there's nothing other than an allegation that she wasn't there, that she was someplace else.
And the other candidate also had a hearing. He is 45-year-old Keith Lewis Jr. He is the founder of a parent organization called I Am a Father First. He says he is a divorced father. He too had a lease he presented to the city during the hearing and says that he lives in District 11. Now, voter Donna Cook also took issue with where he is registered to vote and mentioned an East Point address. But Lewis says that is his parents' address, an address he used a long time ago, and he insists that he has been voting in his neighborhood.
The address that you used to vote, was that the Palm Springs address?
No, I just stated I haven't voted there since probably '08. I've always voted at St. Peter Missionary Baptist Church.
That's where you've always voted?
Yes, sir.
And that's where you voted in the last election?
That's correct.
Now, the city's municipal clerk will have the final say here after hearing all of the evidence. I have spoken to her today. She says that decision will come by close of business, so we are here at City Hall awaiting that development, and we will soon know if this race with 10 candidates might be reduced to become 8.
Aungelique, fascinating. You know, I think this is a really, really interesting debate, the way you've broken it down. Is it more about where you live, or is it more about where you vote?
And you know, that's a very interesting question because it was called a residency hearing. So everyone was focusing on where you live. But as the advocate began to make his arguments, he started focusing on where you're registered to vote. The law seems to mention both, so it'll be interesting to see how the municipal clerk comes down on this. We are all anxiously awaiting.
Yeah, it really is, because, you know, the heart of the issue is you want to know that your city council members have your best interest at heart. They live where you live, they work where you work, or at least, you know, they're part of your community. You want to feel that closeness. So I think that, you know, people are wanting to make sure of that. And it's interesting, as you said, which issue kind of weighs out here. That clerk definitely has a big decision. And again, you said it's coming by the close of business today. It's when that's expected.
Yes, and so that's by 5 o'clock, and it's just about 20 minutes to 4. So we will have that decision hopefully by our next newscast. Well, I'll keep watching it.
Angelique, thank you so much for your work on this story. We appreciate it.